Howdy everybody, Sci-Fi here, and today we are going to be going over the Parse update for the Sentinels of the Multiverse Definitive Edition expansion, Disparation. Parse is an analytical archer, is what I would describe her as. She's really good at making connections, analyzing things, and precisely firing her arrows to make sure they hit their mark. This video will be purely a gameplay related review. If you are interested in the lore and learning more about Parse, I would recommend checking out the listed episodes of the Letters Page podcast. Those are episodes 55, 135, and 47. Without further ado, let's look at Parse's main hero card. So, representing everything that makes up the Parse story in one hero deck is a challenge, but she has a lot of iconic elements that shine through. So this is Parse, this is her base variant. She is a hero that has 27 HP, and she has the power Assess. Reveal the top 2 cards of your deck. Discard one of the revealed cards, draw or play the other revealed card. So this is a really good power because it's both card advantage and card selection. Because looking at the top 2 cards of your deck is just strong to know what's coming up. You can get rid of one, or rather you have to get rid of one. And then you can either draw the other card for later, or you can play it right now to immediately start reaping its benefits. So overall, very interesting power, seems very powerful. Next up, first off and most importantly, she's a human computer. She makes calculations. She sees how things work and how to make them stop working. So the first card shown to us here is Gauge. It is an ongoing limited card. After you discard any number of cards, draw one card, and then start phase, reveal and replace the top card of one deck. So this card seems really good. Deck knowledge is always good. Because being able to see what's coming can help you prepare in many different ways. You can either prepare by not playing out something that you don't want to get destroyed. If, for example, Citizen Dawn's Devastating Aurora is coming out in the next turn, or you can see hey, this is a target that we're going to need to take care with. Let's save our damaging cards for that target, etc. So that reveal and replace the top card of one deck, that's very strong for that sort of thing. And it doesn't just have to be the villain deck. You could also look at the environment deck, or you could look at a hero deck in certain situations. And that first part of the card, after you discard any number of cards, draw one card, it turns your base power into reveal the top 2 cards of your deck, discard one of the revealed cards, draw a card, and then draw or play the other revealed card, which turns it into what is known as a cantrip. And I will explain what a cantrip is. For those who are unfamiliar with the term, cantrip is a term from Magic the Gathering, which describes a card that you play it has an effect, and then you draw a replacement card. So this just helps you churn through your deck, cycle a little bit faster, and just get to the cards that you need faster. And yeah, this just seems like a very good card. So next up is Recompile. It is a one-shot. Salvage up to 2 ongoing cards. Shuffle your trash into your deck. Discover 1 ongoing card. So this card also seems very good and makes me think that Parse is going to be very resilient to effects that destroy ongoings and items. So cards like Citizen Dawn's Devastating Aurora, again, which blows up a lot of ongoings and item cards. Because if those get destroyed, you can play this card on your next turn and salvage up to 2 of them, which means you get them back into your hand, ready to go for your next card play. The Shuffle Your Trash into your deck is also interesting, and as is the Discover the Ongoing card, because that puts the things that could be destroyed or that you discard with your base power back into your deck, and then you can discover an ongoing to help you get set up faster or reset up if an ongoing unit got destroyed. So yeah, overall, another very good card. Next up, Parse is also an archer, though not a super-powered one. She doesn't have fancy arrows. She's just really good at hitting her target or making unlikely things work with a single shot. So this next card is Ricochet. It is a one-shot. Parse deals one target 3 projectile damage. Parse may deal a second target 2 projectile damage. Parse may deal a third target 1 projectile damage. So it's very similar to the old Chain Lightning effect from the enhanced edition of the game that Tempest had, except this deals projectile damage instead of lightning damage. And this card is very good with damage boosts because these are 3 separate instances of damage. Now, note that they have to be on 3 different targets, and the second 2 can be a May effect. So you have to do that first instance of damage, but the second 2 can be May effects. So this card at a base deals 3 damage to one, 2 damage to a second target, 1 damage to a third target. And let's say we only had Legacy's base damage boost. That would be 4 damage to one target, 3 damage to a second target, 2 damage to a third target, which is really good, and that just keeps scaling up with the more damage boosts that you have. So this card seems very flexible, very good for scenarios where you need to clear out a lot of minions, like Voss as an example. And yeah, yet again, just another very solid card. Plus, I like the whole ricocheting projectile things in games that I play. So this card is personally looks really cool to me. Next up is Impossible Shot. It is another one-shot. Parse deals one target 3 irreducible projectile damage. Collect 1 ongoing card. So, I've been saying it, but yet again, another very solid card. The fact that the damage is irreducible is good for scenarios like Spite if you want to deal damage to him on his front side. And remember that damage boosts also affect irreducible damage, and that added damage becomes irreducible as well. So let's say again you had the 1 legacy boost, that would be 1 target 4 irreducible projectile damage, which is just good. And more damage boosts equal, higher effectiveness of this card, especially on those targets that have a lot of damage reduction. And the collecting an ongoing card is also very good. It just allows you to go search your deck for whatever ongoing you're going to need and just put it in your hand and have it ready to go for that next card play. Ultimately, Parse uses her abilities to quickly assess situations and either give valuable advice or overcome seemingly impossible odds. So the first card in this section is Syntactic Analysis. It is a one-shot. 1 ally hero may use 1 power now. 1 ally hero may play 1 card now. Draw 2 cards. So this is a very supportive card, and support cards tend to be very good. This has echoes to me of Expatriate's Comprehensive Plan. So let's look at Comprehensive Plan really quick. This is Unity's Workshop. This is a card database site for Definitive Edition. It's very useful if you ever need to look up what a card does. So let's read Comprehensive Plan really fast. So Comprehensive Plan is a one-shot in Expatriate's deck, and Expatriate is a hero from the Rook City Renegades expansion. One hero either draws 1 card or puts 1 card from their hand or trash on top of their deck. A second hero may use 1 power. A third hero may play 1 card. So Comprehensive Plan does have a bit more utility with that first effect, but Parse has her own little Comprehensive Plan at home version with her Syntactic Analysis, because they're essentially the same effect. And out-of-turn power uses, as we know from heroes like Argent Adept or Tempest, can be very powerful, because getting to use your power more than once per round is very strong. due to the added utility that it often gives. And heroes playing extra cards can help heroes set up faster or play a one-shot that needs to be played right now. And the drawing 2 cards is also good because this is net card advantage because you'll be ending up with 1 card in your hand. You play this card and then you draw a replacement card and then draw an additional card. So you end up on cards, which is always really good because more cards means more options. More options means being more flexible in a fight. Our final card to look at is Exploit Vulnerability. It is an ongoing limited card, and this card's really interesting. All its effect is a power. Choose a keyword, discard the top card of one deck. If the discarded card has the chosen keyword, Parse deals 1 target 4 energy damage, otherwise draw 2 cards. So this card seems very good with Comprehensive Plan's first effect, well, I guess not as long. If Expatriate is ahead of you in turn order, this will work the best. So basically the combo here with Comprehensive Plan and Exploit Vulnerability is that Comprehensive Plan's first effect would be you choose a hero and then you would put the 1 card from hand or trash on top of their deck. Then you would use Parse's power here to choose a keyword, and you know what that top card's keywords are going to be, so you could pick a keyword on that card. So let's say it's just like a one-shot. You could put that one-shot on top of that hero's deck, choose one-shot, then discard that top card, and since it is a one-shot, and you chose one-shot, Parse would deal 1 target 4 energy damage, which that's a very good rate of damage for a power. 4 damage to 1 target is very good. But, you don't necessarily have to do that. You could, just try to guess what the next card is going to be, or use a different effect from another card, potentially, to see what that top card is, like Wraith's Infrared Eyepiece. You could look at the top card. And even if you don't get the right keyword, you still get to draw 2 cards, which, again, drawing cards is good because more cards equals more options. So this card seems like it's going to be really fun to play around with and also seems very powerful, especially if you have those abilities to manipulate the top cards of decks. And they talk about variants here at the bottom. Some of these variants seem interesting. She has a variant from her time and space, and one from a reality where her role in space becomes less focused on returning to Earth and more focused on seeing the end of things, which is a very, very cryptic sounding line of text here, and I'm excited to see what these variants look like. So overall, based on the cards that we've been shown for Parse, I think she seems really good. She has deck manipulation, which is very powerful. She has a good mix of support and damage cards overall. And overall, I'm just very, very excited to see what we can do with Parse and what sort of combos we can come up with all of her card manipulation and selection. As usual, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe if you'd like to see more. And if you have any feedback or thoughts about anything relating to the video, make sure to leave a comment below. Thanks again, and I'll see you all next time.